Chapter 1, ladies, my name is Jess, and welcome to the What If Dragon Man was in my, or, 7 Deadly Sins. So, yeah, in this What If, I will go over the whole plot line thing. So, before the war, then Ernest and the Demon King, and both of them agree to really. If somehow, if that peace treaty got denied, there will be war. But Demon King says, okay. So then they had a son. Or actually a dragon. With 4 heads. And each one has the colors of like green, brown, red, and blue. And gold. Because on his wings, those are actual eyes. So he can yeah. So, but he was getting loved. After he was born and he has a freedom to go to the humans and then, or in the Genesis thing, to like visit with them. So yeah. Or any reason he chooses. So like he will walk around as he, but of course his presence hasn't gone unnoticed. So yeah, she notices him, her, her, yeah, and her, and her. So that would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and yeah, and her makes 6. Yeah. So yeah. So he goes around. One day, Dragon or Demon King asked, or yeah, asked him to go kill all the vampires. As he wants to do it. Yeah. He wants to. And so he walked, or he flew. Oh, and he's scared of. And he. And none. So, and he didn't like go to where he was, or stopped him because he wants to, but it was too late. So, but Dragon Man could feel the love aura from him. So he lies down as he tells the as she comes out. And she could tell that something is gonna go wrong. And as he tells her everything. So, yeah. So basically, he told them that the Demon King sees you all as traitors, and they want you guys to be killed by me. As I don't want that. And then he'll arrest except for 2 people. I already know which 2 people that I'll pick. As one of the heads looks at her, you, and I forget your name, though. And as as she knows that she kept reminding him because yeah. So he as he uses because he doesn't have a commandment, so the Demon King won't listen into his conversation. As he uses his Sealing Dragon spell on both of them. And both her and her are now in that sealed tombs. As he puts it in kind of the mouth. Now, as he causes destruction. So then this clan had the same idea of wiping out all the vampires things. But they did not know. Of course, they did not know that the Dragon Man was there doing it. As one of the smart ones, him, decided to just cuts his head off. And she's like, "Oh crud, you started a war. What do you mean? That dragon? That was not just an ordinary dragon. That's the he Dragon Man that." As everybody's like, "Whoops." Yep. But he did like had his head get chopped off before. So yeah. So then this flew back and told them. So then the war started and yeah, between and but after the war has ended, the Dragon Man's head, he regenerated back as it opens wide as a person comes out. Oh, as he didn't sacrifice anything because he was immortal and he had and the like reborn thing in his bloodstream or reborn, so he can never like truly die. So yeah, Zuko ends up getting Zuko ended up or no, actually not Zuko. The Dragon Man, sorry, I'm tired out. So yeah. Sure. So then when he arose, he saw what he has done. He made so it was his home. As he says at the end. It's always as he walked, or he grew light, or no, he grew wings as he flew, as he still had both vampire girls. Minus the two big guys. So, her and her. So, inside of him, because of that sealing dragon spell. As, yeah. So when he flew around, Alaska under, because funny enough, dragons and like lizards, like snakes, are that. Uh, sorry. So, yeah, Zuko, or no, so Dragon, or so Malaskla could sense he's still alive. Possible. As most demons are like, wait, most impossible. Because they were sealed in that coffin thing. Oh, dang it, I lost my spot. I'm back. Sorry. So, yeah. So then he landed away from public eye as he walks over, or And yeah, you look, or as one of the holy knights says, you look like a guy that could fight. I am. Yeah. So then he has a official title of Dragon Killer. Yeah. And yeah. So the Dragon Killer like is a level a very high level. So yeah. So he basically respected Gil Thunder as his father. He's always been by name. Like Dragon Man really respects him. But he sometimes, or most of the time, he's worried that if they figure out that I'm an actual dragon, they will. Yep. So, yeah. He basically is the strongest one there is. So, yeah. That's basically. So then, yeah. So, Dragon Man is his actual name. But they go, or he gets like, his human name will be called, or like Holy Knight name would be Dragon Killer. Holy Knight Dragon Killer. Yeah. So he ends up walking around. Or actually, he was with as two guys. Or he actually, because his wings, or his eyes could tell the future. Because he has infinity and zero powers. So when he absorbed, or when he could sense that, as he tells him, it, and Dragonman uses his, like, cured him, him, and was took him away and cloned him, like sealed him or inside by using the or almost a different spell of human shield spell. Yeah. Zuko, or not Zuko, Dragoman, as one of the, or both Grand Masters, him went and killed them, or killed him, but he could tell when he looks over at Dragon Killer that then his aura is yeah. So after Meliodas and the Seven Deadly Sins splitted and they do that, during that time, of course, he comes up and visits, as he says, "You must be Grand master now. As he sees, as Simon, or actually not Simon, the Dragon Man could tell that, like, his friend is still with him. Man, people kill. So then, yeah, as Dragon Man walks up, I know you're there, Floudrin. And Floudrin could tell that, yep, it's good to see, old friend. Well, it has been a long time. And now there's 3 human girls that are trying to earn his love for them. Her, and the one that I said earlier, her. As Loudrin was like, man, you only had to deal with 3 people. They're like, 2 demons and 1 vampire. But now you have 3 girls. So yeah, both, or all 3 of them, were like, okay. And so then the whole fight with the against. Let's do a time skip. I'm trying battling against him in his demon form as Dragon Man and as Meliodas, or Dragon Killer, as Meliodas says, Dragon Killer. As Dragon Man, as or back then, Meliodas always called him brother. So does Elizabeth. Too. So he decides, okay. So Dragon Man's like, do you really want? As his wings pop out of his chest or back, as he uses a anti-spell bright cancel. As the dark snow just vanished, like the as they're surprised, and as very impressive. The your name is the Dragon Killer, but not AKA Dragon Man, aren't you? Yeah. So what? That I'll beat you down. Oh. As everyone is shaking because they heard about how his power is unmatched. As Dragon Man transformed back into his old form, as he roars at them, as he rips the limbs right off, throws him around like a little rag doll. As he uses his dragon form and his human form at the same time. As they all, like, including her, like, she loved him even more. Because plus, when she didn't know that she was dating a dragon, so all of those three girls didn't know that they were dating an actual dragon. They thought his name was a family name. But then when they heard that he was the actual dragon, and of course, the girl lands on his back as she asks him if it's okay to use a combined attack. Perfectly fine with me. As the fire breath, or the elemental, as she when used like the same attack where she did to Meliodas. And she or he got obliterated. As he landed on his tail. Because he's a wyvern. Or, no. What is he? Yeah, he's a wyvern. As those three girls, or those three, are like, when and yeah, they were like, everybody's like, man, this life is full of surprises. And and the dragon form is bigger than the Lady Diane's, like, full size one. His mouth could unhinge and like eat Diane whole. Yeah, if he wants to, but he doesn't. He could even eat droll with whole too. So that's how big his mouth could get to. As some of them are like, man, you're a dragon? You're actual dragon? Yep. And for not telling you guys. If I told you earlier, you would probably chop my head off or burn me alive. And the rest of them said, we would never do that, actually. You're a friend. Come on. And they, so then, yeah. And, yeah. So then after, let's do a time skip to about them releasing the demons. And, yeah. So, these two were trying to figure out how should they, like, because they did not know that Dragon Man is still alive. Because they didn't heard what Melaskula said. So, Dragon, or so, because every dragon, or no, every demon in Ganis and all the races respected him and loved on him. So basically, Galen, this guy right here, I don't know if I said his name right, but he really likes Dragon Man because he trained with him and all that stuff. And Melaskula has a little tea parties with him sometimes. So, and they do visit. As, yeah. So then they were like going on one to be, this is weird one. Sorry, I was looking at my finger. So, yeah. So basically, the 10 Commandments sets him free and then all that stuff. So, then Dragon Man and tells the Meliodas that they're back. As with Zarathos thing. And plus Zarathos really doesn't like his brother because or the Dragon Man, but he blamed Meliodas as for for his death of, or for that. Yeah. So, but little did Zarathos know that his girlfriend is still alive. As he sometimes gets telepathically linked with both of them, and he's so embarrassed. And she's like, huh, don't we? He'll learn that and all three Earls are and they go, and walks with him. As one of those girls, I forget her name, this girl, she ends up telling him that he, or I could tell, or she could tell that something's or she asked him about if you had to choose between one of the girls, who would you date? To be honest, as the Dragon Man looks, if I had to date one, or like, I would rather date a wall. 6 of them. Yeah. But if you had, or you asked me if I had to date one of you, that will be pretty hard. Or to do. As he still thinks about it. Uh, and he's so embarrassed as he looks away with all 4 of his heads. Come on now, don't be that kind of person. If you want to name all things to us, that's okay. And which is the other 3? She asked, there's me, and then there's that girl, no. One, sorry. And then there's that ice girl. So what is the other 3? And he says one of them is a vampire. You heard about what happened. Yes. The other 2 are basically demons. And let's say in this alternate timeline, she was free. So yeah. 2. And he was like, yeah. And when she heard that he chose to date 6 people and she was one of them, she starts blushing. And she could not believe. Huh. And the other one puts her hand on her and says that, you feel lucky. You're dating the dragon. And yeah. So then he just flies around. Or he flew with. And of course, she was riding up on his back. Because he is so big, he could carry the entire army on his back. With cargo and everything. So, yeah. So then basically, and this is their ultimate reboot thing. So, yeah. So, basically, yeah. So he flies around. As he meets, or he, like, battles against a golem. And of course, as he, like, there it is, as he blows the core away by using that same move. as he blasts them. Yeah. So then, no, telling the truth, he looks over. So he flew over and he saw the Dragon Man. And he, at first, like, they start talking, like, hey, how have you been, man? Well, I've been reborn, Hearn. So, how have you been? Well, pretty good. Hearn. When the Meliodas betrayed us. Huh. Is that true, Meliodas? Why, do you say that? Well, see, hey, Mung. So, we all thought you were dead, and because we thought that Meliodas disappeared, and no, last time I remember, he was like doing some other mission, not the same one. It was the Nardis clan that killed me. Oh, Nardis clan that killed you, not Meliodas? Nope. I remember that. And I still hold a grudge against those. So then, yeah. So then the Meliodas, like, 9, and he battles as the head of the dragon got chopped off accidentally, or as, whoops, sorry, killed you again. As he leaves, as Elizabeth is crying, as the core, or as they see its mouth unhinging, as the as Merlin says, huh, I see. When one of his heads gets chopped off, he could produce a new body for himself. So, like, reborn as he says, man, that was brutal. What the heck, man? I was, yeah. So he was pretty strong. Meliodas is like, man, is that how you survived? Yeah. One of them chopped my head off and blew my body to smithereens. As he told them a full story of what really happened that fateful day. As he returns, as he tells them, you jerk. But wait, you said Dragon Man is back from the dead. And, right? Yes. How has he been doing? Pretty good. And yeah. So Alaska is like, man, that dragon is not going down without a fight, hasn't he? No, but he did try, or he, like, did interfere with my battle with Meliodas. And, by the way, it wasn't Meliodas' fault that, like, got, that started this mess. It was those dang harnesses. Huh. Is it true? Yeah. If he was lying, a power will work on him. As sorry. As he basically does what some of them's supposed to do. And yeah. So yeah. So basically they're like, man. And thank goodness you're still alive. Yeah. How's Meliodas doing? Well, he's still breathing, but he's really badly injured. He would have been killed if you haven't stepped in. And yeah, but it all worked out. So then the whole thing goes off, boom, 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 as he flew around. At the, like, of course, just he says, "What's a big hurry?" Well, of course, trying to find Diane. So then, yeah, so then he basically, they go into there, and he says, "There you are. Well, this is one of my dragon friends, Dragon Man, aren't you? The biggest one there is." Huh. Yeah. In the world. So yeah. So then basically both of them so now in time skip to as she flies over right in front of Dragon Man's one of his heads, like standing right on the tip of his nose. Right in front of his face. And he could tell that it was between her and her. As yeah, both of them survived the commandments things. So So then the guy, this big buff guy, this guy right here, is collecting the 10 Commandments. And for like to making a Meliodas thing. But in order to save their lives, because he just grabs their shoulder as he absorbs the commandment out instead of the soul. As he two souls, or no, two commandments. So where's the commandments? As he says, here go. As he flicks both them. You must be Dragonite, my brother. You're still alive, aren't you? Yeah. So, as he walks, or he just wants to, because he never actually felt love, and so he's so embarrassed to be like around girls. So all 6 of them decided, or actually 3 of them, or one of them tells her that, hey, did you love on him when he was like before the war? Yeah, I had a crush on him, but I really, at the time, I was so embarrassed to even ask him. So then, all 6 of them agree. Yeah. As all 6 of them grew stronger. So basically, all 6 of them was like, as he battles against the Demon King Meliodas, the one that almost killed. Where is he? Yeah, this one. This Meliodas. Huh? Yeah. So Demon King hasn't expected the Dragon Man as he swings his head, sending Meliodas, boom. You haven't expected us to do it. Now, as he says this, purged times 10, or ultimate purge, as his eyes start to glow. Looked right at Demon King Meliodas' eyes, and the Demon King was like, no, as he like as the 10 Commandments have been all got crushed. But Meliodas has gained the power of the Demon King. So, yeah. So, he still has that. So then, or his body evolved, and yeah. Sorry to steal your thunder like that, brother. No. And so the so he knows that she might end up getting killed, as he decides to do something really. So he copies the power into, like, his immortality power into her body. So now she's immortal. She can never die. It's like the undead bond. So yeah. So then the whole thing goes boom. So basically, yeah. As he wraps his tail around him, as he kind of feels bad that he sees Meliodas and Elizabeth, like, got married, or is, as 6 of them climbed onto his back, and they told him that, no worries, yeah, you still have us. Huh? No matter what form you're in, I always care, or we always care about you. As something popped in or clicked in, or in, I'm sorry for this being a very long video. So yeah, he wants his girlfriend back. That did, but then Dragon Man, in his dragon form, looks at his brother, as he says, Zarathos, it's not your fault. You probably don't blame me either, or you don't really hate me, right? No. Hey, you want your girlfriend to be back with you, right? Yeah. As he says, you're lucky. I was holding her for you. As he starts to use, as he's gonna vom out a tune. He basically undid the spell thing. So the vampire lady, the one that he loves, her, came back. But she has immunity, so yeah. So then all that stuff, and she came back to, as he says, he had a lot of thought about it, as he tells them that he would rather get married to all 6 of them. So basically, yeah, her, and the other stuff, the other 3, her and where is she? Her, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And her. So yeah. So then they had a wedding day thing, and they all got. So they basically tried to think, as he asked if he wants, or if they want him in his human form or in his dragon form. Would be in his human form. So yeah. Then sorry for this video being super long. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, and go check out the old videos before this run. So peace out, y'all.